so
Look
much
at your
for
little
coming.
things all prepared.
I have
as
me
well.
few
So
little
cute.
notes, and I'll put you out for a few things. But you're so welcome. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Thanks
having
for
me.
coming. I had like whenever I had Avian on as well, I was like just jotting down a few little notes and stuff like that, and I had down like what a gorgy girl for you, because like I feel like you're just like the epitome of like gorgy girls, gorgeous girls wear like slick back hair and all. I feel like that's
oh my
just,
god, it's the handiest thing. It's just pure lazy. Like whenever my hair is greasy, I'm like slick back bun, but like you look so put together.
I know. I feel like it takes like just a standard outfit and just makes you just like,
even
like
now, like my outfit's nothing, but like when you put the slick back bun and stuff, it's
and
like,
it's whatever about like the little middle split.
Yeah,
like my bun now is not really like, we don't really have the split going on.
Yeah.
But like whenever you have the little middle split, it doesn't look like you've just flung up.
Yeah. I use the Way matte pomade, and it is life changing.
Is it unreal?
Oh my gosh, like it's so good.
Is it?
You literally just put like a wee bit on your hands, rub it in, and it like sleeks back all your baby hairs.
Oh my god.
Because I have so many baby hairs.
Isn't that the one that the Kardashians?
I think so.
She's something to do with the Kardashians, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so good. I have to get that.
Yeah.
Because I've tried the Got to Be Glued.
Oh yeah.
I've tried that one, but it gets like just
it goes
quite
a bit flaky or something, doesn't it?
Like, and I feel like it clumps together sometimes in my hair, and it's good, but like
yeah, I ordered another one off ASOS, but it was like complete like a paste, and like I put it in my hair, and my hair was like completely white. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to wash my hair now.
So that's that. Done.
Yeah.
I actually use Steve sometimes when I don't have any, or when we go away, because he cut his hair now, so he doesn't really style it in the same way. But he did like used to have like one of them little pomade things, but like that, like you put a bit in your hair, and if you don't, I feel like you have to like soften it in your hands.
Yeah, I've actually been using it in my eyebrows a wee bit as well. Just get a spoolie, and it's so good.
So good. The Way stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I'll have to get it. So tell us the opening kind of tradition.
Oh God,
you know what I'm gonna ask you. The biggest fashion fail. Let's just get us all comfy, and let's just get like laughing and giggling.
I was like trying to think. I was like, what is my biggest fashion fail? Like, because you know, like you go on nights out, you have the odd nip slips. I was like, they're like normal enough. I was like, I have to come up with something like special.
It's always gonna happen, isn't it?
So it's not really like a fashion fail, but it's like it always comes back to me, and I always just think it's hilarious. So whenever I was in teeny boppers, like 13, 14, my first disco had zero boobs at all. So like, you know, the chicken fillets that are filled with water. So I was just wearing like a paper bra basically that was like age 12. Yeah. Because I was completely flat chested. Still on, but your luck.
I know this. I never grew fat.
Put the 2 chicken fillets into like my bra, just placed them sitting there. Yeah. And whenever I was like shifting one of my first kiss, the chicken fillets fell out onto the ground, and I was literally like trying my hardest not to stamp on them with my like little tiny 13 heels. It was traumatizing. So I had like one in me, one off me, like one, you could feel it like moving down my belly.
It was making its way.
So I think that's like just
stand out in your mind as like, because obviously when you're that age, when you're 14, anything like that is.
And I used to be so self-conscious, like I'd be like, I have no boobs, and used to ask my granda, I'd be like, for Christmas, can you get me a boob job? He'd be like, if you've no boobs by the time you're 16, come back to me. And I'm like, I don't want one.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I've actually, do you know, it's funny that you say that. I've always kind of battled with that back and forth. Like, do I want boobs? Do I not?
And I used to hate it, and now I love it. I know. Like, I don't wear a bra on a daily basis.
Oh God, no.
And it's class.
No, it's unreal.
Yeah. Love it.
I'm like, there's no need. There's really no need.
Even when I was traveling, like, it was just so handy and so easy. Didn't have to think about bringing loads of bras.
Sometimes I would buy them, just the cottony pennies ones.
The pennies, like the sets.
Oh yeah, the sets.
Yeah, love
literally
that.
Like,
and they're actually comfy.
A bra with a wire.
No,
can't.
Oh
God, could we do?
No.
And what that made me think, what you were saying there about like being 14 and how you're just like, so what, like you just care so much like what people think, don't you, when you're that age?
See, I was the complete opposite, because I was such a tomboy until I was like 14. Like, hated clothes, like lived in tracksuits, football tracksuits. I was like to my dad, I'm going to get married in an Arsenal tracksuit. Like, hated clothes, like wouldn't even think twice about them. So I didn't really care. Like, so only for like my older sisters, they were like, right, Erin, you have to look nice, and do like they would do my makeup and stuff. But like I didn't care, and until I was like 14, 15.
And what changed? Like,
I don't know. And like now I'm like the girliest girl ever, and like I still do football and stuff, but I'm obsessed with clothes and
Yeah.
fashion, like obsessed.
Like your actual obsession.
Yeah, like
That's mad, isn't it? Because you like, I think with people, with a lot of people anyway, like it's either like ingrained in them
yeah,
or they just don't really care and
I
they
know.
never care. But like
Yeah.
obviously it just like flipped for you. Because you can
Completely
play football
flipped.
and be fashionable.
I don't even know what like flipped the switch, but something did.
Yeah, just as you got older.
Yeah, just as I got
something like that.
older.
I
And then I
remember,
think like coming to college in Dublin and like obviously being around the shops like Zara and stuff like that
yeah,
just
you were hooked.
completely hooked. Like my shopping addiction is just shocking. Mum was literally like to me, she's like, Erin, you need to stop buying clothes. I'm like, I can't.
It's very hard.
Like,
Like
see,
she was
during
saying, like
COVID and
you have to
lockdown.
try and save, and I'm like, I can't do it. Like
No.
it's just really hard. I want to buy all the clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and especially when the new season stuff
I
comes in,
know.
I'm like, I have no like summer clothes. I've loads of
Yeah.
summer clothes.
I think the worst thing for me is having the ASOS free next day delivery. Like I'm on it
You pay
every
for the
day.
year, like
Yeah. It's like €10 for the year, and I'm like, it's basically free clothes because it's free delivery.
I don't pay for delivery, so I have
No,
to make
I
use of
know.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so funny. That's really good. Yeah, it made me think that what you were saying about like when I was younger. Like I actually lived in tracksuits as well when I was a
Yeah.
kid, but I was always real like, you know, if we'd be around boys or whatever. I remember like, this is gas, but like I don't know why it made me think of just the chicken fillet story. Like when I the chicken fillet
I know.
when I forced
Oh,
like when everybody forced start kind of wearing thongs and all. You know what I mean?
I could never. I still
Oh.
can't. Like I'm like granny pants all the way.
I
Like
remember
no.
like I hadn't like I wasn't able to buy any thongs. Like I wasn't allowed to buy thongs, so I used
Really?
to wear my knickers backwards.
Oh my
Because
god,
I was afraid. Because I was afraid that the boys would slag me for having like
Amy! Oh my god.
a little knicker line
That
on your
is so funny.
trousers.
Oh
So
my
I'd be
gosh.
wearing like big baggy manly tracksuit bottoms with like my knickers on backwards to
That
look
is,
like a thong.
oh my god, that is
How sad
hilarious.
is
That is so funny. Oh my god. Love it.
Oh, honestly, it's just gas. Like, I think
The
it's
things you do.
when you're young.
I
Like, why do
know.
you care?
I
Like, why do
know.
you give a shit?
I know.
I couldn't care less nowadays.
Yeah.
It's completely changed.
Yeah.
Honestly,
You do. I think you just get to that age where you just don't.
I know.
You're like, comfort is key.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially after COVID. I
Yeah.
don't know. Are you like that? I just
Not
live
really.
in
I'm
tracksuits.
still like not a tracksuit gal. Even like
No.
gym leggings, stuff like that. Like I just
Yeah.
don't own any. Like I just don't wear them. Like even all during COVID, like I'd be going nowhere and I'd be dressed to the nines every day. I just get up and get dressed.
That's such a good habit to
Yeah.
have, though. I used to do that as well, like before COVID, but just completely fell out of the habit, like during
Yeah.
COVID.
Everyone would be like,
just
"Where are you going?" I'm like, "Nowhere.
nowhere.
Just chilling, looking good."
Absolutely nowhere. Going to the kitchen and back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys.
I know.
So tell us a bit about you.
Bit about me. So Donegal gal,
Mm.
living in Dublin the past like 9 years.
Yeah.
I was away traveling, so only came back before Christmas. So I'm actually only back teaching this week now. So
What's
it's
it been like?
literally shocked the system. Like, oh my god. Getting up on Monday, I think I was okay because I was like kind of like that nervy feeling of going back.
Yeah.
And then getting up today, I was literally like setting my alarm for like 10 minutes before, hair in a sleek back bun, not giving a shit.
Wouldn't care.
But it's grand. It's actually
Yeah.
good to have like a bit of routine back again.
100%.
And play a bit of football, a bit of ga.
Nice.
Yeah, I know.
A gaga.
I know.
Love
I
it.
played it up until I was like 16 and then stopped whenever I got like boyfriends and turned girly. I was like, I can't play football. And then I kind of only went back like 3 years ago just for my fitness because my fitness is shocking, Amy. Like, see, today I went back to my first training session on Monday and I can't walk. Like, if I could
Oh my
show you
God.
how I'm walking now, I'm literally like waddling like a duck. It's so painful. It's supposed to be a
Oh
training tonight,
God.
but I can't go because
No.
my legs are just in bits.
Is it one of them, like, you know, when you're trying to sit on the toilet and it's
Oh
like,
yeah, I can't. That's what I was saying to the girls earlier, like in school. Like I was like trying to go sitting down to the toilet, and I was literally like crouching, like trying to not bend my knees. So
oh no.
sore. Or
So
like
how
see going
long?
upstairs.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I'm literally like one for have to like lift it. Like
Yeah, I find coming down worse when my legs are
yeah,
real sore. It's
yeah.
like it's the bend.
It's the
bend
bend.
in the
Yeah,
knees,
it's
isn't it?
awful.
So how long would your break have been that you weren't doing football?
Like 7 months.
Wow.
But like that was 7 months of doing nothing, like, because I wouldn't go for like runs or the gym or anything.
Yeah.
So like I said, like myself, I probably went a bit too hard. I should have like eased myself back in. I was like doing 16 sprints across the pitch, being like, this is grand. And then woke up yesterday, I was like, ouch. Like
everywhere hurts.
So sore.
So like, so you're a teacher.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Why did you want to be a teacher?
I've just always loved kids.
Really?
Like always been obsessed. Don't know, like even like growing up, like playing with babies and stuff like that, like since I've been like 10, 11, like used to babysit all the time.
Yeah.
And then I think because my sister had a baby like really young, and he's like, Jude, he's 12 now, but he's literally like my favorite person in the world.
Oh,
and so Millie too, my little niece. I don't know if you've seen her in like a few of my videos.
Oh,
she is hilarious.
I was laughing, sorry, when she kicked you in the face.
I know. And she looked at me, they call me Irma, and she just looked at me and she was like, Irma, did you not know I was going to do a cartwheel? I was like, no. She fully like burst my mouth open, like I was bleeding and all.
How are you supposed to know that she's going to do a cartwheel?
She's wired, like she is mental.
She looks like a little mini you.
She's so cute though. She's so and she's cute. Like, Irma, when I grow up I want to be a blogger. But like, see the sass. Yeah, she is just, she'll like look in the mirror and she'll be like, I'm so pretty. Like she's just hilarious.
The confidence.
Yeah. Love it.
Through the roof.
Yeah. So like I've just always loved kids. I knew that I wanted to do something working with kids, and then whenever I was in TY I did a placement in a school and I just loved it. So I kind of knew, because like obviously I wasn't that into fashion back then, so like that was never even a thing, whereas now I'm like, I just want to work in fashion.
Yeah, I know.
So that's kind of where Instagram came into it, and I was like, I'll just kind of do that as a hobby. Like I sit at home at night time in like bed and I'm like, what am I going to wear tomorrow? And I'll like go into my notes and put like a full outfit together. Really? Like ideas pop into my head and I'll like write it down so that I like don't so that I don't forget an outfit.
Oh my god, that's such a good idea.
Such a good idea.
That really is.
You know, even like for taking reels and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're like doing like 3 or 4 outfits, like I'd forget them, so I just go into my notes and I have them all.
So you're like, oh, what did I write down the other night when I was
I'd
like
be like,
asleep?
It'd be like ASOS blazer, like white jeans, like whatever shoes, jewelry, everything. Yeah.
And you have just like a little archive there of little
I have bits. Like, if you go into my notes, there's just outfits upon outfits. Like,
stop it.
It's so handy. See, whenever like I'm like, oh, I don't know what to wear today, I'll just go into my notes and I'll be like, okay.
And do you have like, is it just like all occasions type of thing, or is there like, would you have a note section for like, say, dressier outfits?
Yeah, like if I was doing like nights out, I would have like a separate one, but most of it's just like daily basis outfits.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Because like, you know, when you go on like a last minute night out and it's just like, well, I have nothing to wear, like, and obviously you have loads of things, but it just actually takes sitting down and thinking about it sometimes, doesn't it? Like,
I feel like if you're like last minute decision, I'm always just like jeans, a top and a blazer.
Oh, you can't go wrong.
And like jewelry is just like, it finishes the outfit off so nice.
Yeah.
So like even if you have like a plain outfit and you put like gold chunky jewelry on,
makes
it can completely change.
Yeah. What was I gonna say off the back of what you were saying there? Oh, you were saying obviously from Donegal.
Yeah.
And you were mentioning as well, like kind of really getting into fashion like when you were living in Dublin.
Yeah.
But like, you were back home for a little while and stuff, like what's the difference between Donegal style and Dublin style?
Oh god, there's such a difference.
Is there?
Like such a difference. Even like I remember like whenever I come back home from college, like everyone would be like, what are you wearing? Like I'd be so dressed up in comparison. And like anytime I come home, mum calls me the fashion police. So like, she just lives in tracksuits during the week, and then she's like, when you're home I have to like make myself look so nice.
Oh no.
She's like, the fashion police is coming. It's so funny.
Let's go.
But just like a lot more casual, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because like we live in the sticks, like you know, there's nothing around, nobody really is going anywhere unless you're going out for dinner or something, and then it's even at that, like it'd be like jeans and a top.
Right.
Like whereas Dublin's more like glam and stuff like that.
And heels and everything. Like.
And even just like in terms of shops and stuff, like there's no shops at all in Donegal.
Really?
Yeah, like there'd be like River Island, H&M, a New Look. Like that's the height of it, and a Pennies. Like there's no.
You wouldn't get a Zara or like a Bershka.
No,
like that.
None of that.
I get you.
So I feel like people either get stuff online or else it's like very limited to what they can get.
I know what you mean.
So then I feel like everyone just ends up wearing the same outfits in Donegal because it's like there's not like that much of a variety, you know.
Oh yeah, you and your former mates all going out in the same like
I
River
know,
Island
I
dress.
know.
So when you would have been growing up, like obviously it wasn't until like later on that you got really interested in
Even
it.
though
Where was
like
your
growing
shop?
up like as kids, like mum would have us doll to the nines, but she
Did
would
she?
always go into dairy and get her clothes. Or like wait
Right.
and like do like a trip to Dublin and do like a monthly shop for us.
No way.
Yeah.
And just get you like a good few bits at a time
Yeah,
type thing.
yeah.
Oh, that's
So
unreal.
I blame her for my fashion obsession. She's
She's
awful.
the one. Is she trendy?
Yeah, she would be.
Is she?
Yeah.
What would her style be like?
She's kind of like, I'd say she's a SNA, so she like works in a school.
Right.
So she'd like Monday to Friday probably be like pretty cash, like jeans, docks, jumpers, stuff like that. But then she loves getting glam, like for nights out and stuff. Yeah,
Love
she'd be
that.
a very glam mom.
A glam mom.
Yeah,
Love
I know, because obviously my sister had a baby when she was like really young, so mum was a granny when she was 40.
Okay.
But like she does not look like a granny at all. Like she's the most glam gran ever.
Oh,
She loves hearing that as well.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Come here, check that for me, will you, and make sure it's there.
Oh, sugar.
I'm just
Is that alright?
Yeah, it's fine. I just get paranoid that it's not on. Anyway, that's fine.
Imagine.
Just the microphone. just
a blip.
Just a testing. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so she'd be quite glam. Would all your family be like quite glam?
Don't know. We all have very different style. Like
real unique. Like.
Real, not even that. I don't know if it's that or like if like two of my sisters that live at home, and they'd be very like casual, like into gym gear, stuff like that. Like they choose comfort over like
over style.
Yeah, over style.
Yeah.
And then my other sister who lives in Dublin, she'd kind of go glam, like she'd be wearing like the chunky knee boots every day, like little skirts and tights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't be into gym gear at all either. But we all have such different style, like it's mad.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? I feel like everybody just flocks to kind of finding their own style. How did you find your style?
I don't know. I think like the key for me was because I'm so small, like petite, like ASOS petite is unreal.
Very good.
Yeah, like I just love it.
Huge selection of petite
huge stuff. Selection. And for like ages I just didn't buy petite stuff, so I'd like end up having to get like my trousers or jeans taken up, and like it's just such an effort.
Yeah.
So once I started buying like petite stuff, like these trousers are petite and they're like the perfect length.
Ideal. How do you find like outside of ASOS? Because obviously they're like
it's
Zara
really hard. Yeah, like Zara jeans and stuff even are like so long on me. So I either have to like roll them up or else I just can't get them. Stradivarius do petite as well. Yeah, so their jeans are actually nice.
Yeah.
But like that's where I get most of my clothes is ASOS, because they have like Topshop and other brands as well that do petite.
That's ideal, isn't it? Because I know that's a big thing that people always say to me on, you know, like the question boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Is like sizing in general, but also not being able to get like a full collection of like petite. Like,
I know.
They'd have stuff in the main collection, but they won't actually have it in the petite.
Yeah.
So you find ASOS and
ASOS is ASOS is definitely the best. Yeah. 100%.
When you didn't have the likes of ASOS, you were saying there you'd have to like roll them up or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, did you find that just a nightmare?
Oh, just a nightmare.
Yeah. And like that's grand with jeans.
Yeah.
But like tops and stuff like that.
I know, and even like having no boobs and stuff like that. Like so petite's just the way forward for me.
It's the way to go.
Yeah. Love it. And even like their dresses and stuff, because like going out, like, you know, whenever you want like a short dress, they'd all be like down to my knees, so I'd look like I was wearing like a granny tea dress on a night out. Whereas now like you can get petite and they're like a nice length. Yeah.
Because like I feel like I'm borderline, so like I'm 5'7".
Okay.
And the tall starts at 5'7".
Okay.
But like I'm not tall enough to be in the tall.
Yeah.
But then sometimes the normal ones are like very short.
Okay.
On like old Polly and stuff like that, I find them to be very short.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
I know.
This is what we were talking about, myself and Avian last week. Well, the other week. The
sizing
everywhere is just so different.
I know,
isn't it?
Like, but sure, there was one there. I think it was like last summer or the summer before, and I bought 4 different pairs of jeans from Zara, and they were all different sizes. Like I think I got 2 size 6, a size 4, and a size 8.
Oh, for fuck's
and like they all fitted me perfectly. But like I was like, what the heck?
Honest to
Like,
God, like,
yeah.
and all like the same fit. Like, would some of them have been like mom fit
So it was
or
like two of them were like straight leg,
right,
and then there was like a mom one, and then there was like a longer kind of flare.
right?
Um, but like so weird.
You literally just have to like not buy online for
And
the
like it
likes of
wasn't
jeans.
even that they were just like the difference in like an extra small and a small, like from
Yeah,
a 4, 6, 8, like 3 different sizes.
three
I
sizes,
was like, oh my
like a whole size suite in your
god. I
wardrobe.
know.
But do you like what we were saying was we just tend to like buy things how like I tend to buy things how I want them to fit me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
would you? But do you find that you're a bit more restricted with the petite being able to do that?
Um, probably, yeah.
Mm.
But it's just so much easier, like. And
Yeah,
then I was finding myself that I'd like buy something that wasn't petite and I'd end up just not wearing it.
yeah,
Or I'd be like, oh, I'll take it to the zip yard,
and
and
then
I just
just never
wouldn't.
do.
And
If
then
I
I'm
have to
like
get
putting
anything
it
else,
on
I'd
Depop or something.
oh,
So I'm like, now I've kind of realized that there's no point.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, I kind of just stick with the petite,
stick with the
stick
petite
with
stuff.
what I know is going to fit me. Like,
Like that, like ASOS are just getting so good. Even do you ever do Pretty Little Thing, petite?
yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes.
some bits, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
find their sizing can be a bit off as well.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and you have to, of course, like just pick some of the quality is
yeah,
shocking.
yeah.
Like,
I know.
fucking bad on it.
Shocking.
Like,
It can look so nice online, and then
I
it
know.
arrives, and you're like, this
I'm,
is not what I ordered.
I'm like, sorry, that's
Yeah,
not. I didn't want that. So yeah, you obviously have to just stick with what you know. But the likes of Topshop, as you said, being on
yeah,
ASOS is ideal,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. Because I actually love Topshop jeans because
Yeah,
they do like the leg length and stuff. So like a 28 normally fits me like perfect.
sadly.
Yeah,
So you can get like proper like
yeah,
the actual size,
yeah.
not even
Or
just like
actually, I went into a vintage shop
oh
in
yeah,
Donegal the last day, and I got a pair of Levi's, and they're like the perfect fit.
no
They were like
way.
the 501s, but like
Yeah,
if anyone's petite and like wants the perfect jean, so good, and
yeah,
like fit
that's
like a
ideal.
glove.
Um, and they were obviously just like secondhand, but you can still buy
Second
them, can't
hand, they
you?
were like €40, but yeah, you can buy them because I went online to check if I could get
And
them
they
in
were
like other
still
colors. Now they were like €160 or something. I paid
wow.
40 for mine. So
There you go,
yeah, I know.
thrifty.
But they're like the perfect length as well
Yeah,
because I just find jeans the hardest
yeah,
to fit
jeans are
me.
quite hard,
Yeah,
and that's what I was saying. Like, they're the one thing that I'll try not to buy online
yeah,
because they just
I
end up
know.
coming and you're like, oh, like they either won't go past your knee or they're
Yeah,
swimming off you. Like, do you know?
I know.
Like, what am I supposed to do with them?
I know.
You said like vintage shops there. Do you shop in many vintage or
Not
charity shops?
really.
No.
Like I only happened to go in because I was with mum, and she was like, "Come on into EC."
Yeah.
But like to be honest, I don't really.
No.
No.
I'm brutal.
Yeah,
I'm very bad. Like
yeah.
at buying
One of my
secondhand and stuff like
sisters
that.
like would like she loves it. That's all she shops in is vintage
Really,
shops and gets such nice bits. But I don't know.
I don't think I have the patience,
Yeah,
to be honest. And like it's obviously a great thing to do and all, but like even putting like my clothes on Depop, like I just get a pain in my hole then.
I know.
Like I have great intentions and I put them up. I take all the pictures and then put them up there, and then a few people start messaging me being like, "Will you take a swap and all?" And I'm like,
I
"No,
know. Or
what's
like
that about?"
even see people being like, "Can I free postage?" And then you go to the post office and they're like, "Yeah, that's €12 for postage."
I'm like, "What was the point?"
Like that's what I was only saying to Laura earlier, that I like was getting rid of like all my winter coats and stuff
Mm,
before I went traveling. So I put loads of them on Depop, and I like they were really big, heavy ones. But
right.
I went to the post office, and one of them was costing me €22 to post it, and I think I charged the girl €25.
Oh,
So I was like, okay, I made €3 profit. Like not worth it.
not worth the
I
time.
know.
See, for me, it's just like the admin of it, like, and then having to like people are like, "Can you swap?" I'm like, "No," and it just takes so much time. And then you have to go down to the post office. You have to like pack them all up, put
Yeah,
the addresses on. I know it's like very trivial,
I know
like
it
it's only
is.
little things,
It's
but like
great when
it's
you get
just
like loads sold, but it's just such an effort.
I know it really is such
Like
an effort.
such
So
an
what I
effort.
ended up doing was I put a load of stuff on Depop, like I had the best intentions of selling them all, and then just put them all in a charity bag and
Did you?
sent them up to charity.
Well,
So it's
at least that's a good deed done.
I know, yeah, exactly. Like I just I don't know what it was. I was like, yeah, I want to get on board with like the whole Depop thing and like buy stuff as
Yeah,
well as
I
selling stuff on
know.
it. But oh, for
I
fuck's
kind
sake,
of
it
had
was
that as
just
like my rule as well for a while. I was like, okay, I'll only spend whatever money I make on Depop on
Yeah.
like new clothes each
Yeah.
month, and then that lasted a whole of like 2 days. I was like, okay, that's never mind.
Is that right? Announcer style, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
okay, that's gone. It's
yeah,
over.
exactly. Because
That's good.
I was like in my head, I was like, that's such a good idea, but then
Yeah,
I didn't take into account how much of an effort it was, and I was like, nah.
it really is such an
Yeah,
effort, isn't it? What was I gonna say? I like back to kind of like your style and everything. A lot of people that I find that texting or DMing or
yeah.
whatever talk about like finding what suits them.
Hmm.
Like, how did you find what suited you?
Think it's kind of like my style's completely changed throughout the years. Like I
Yeah.
think it takes a bit of like chopping and changing to actually find
Mm.
like what suits you and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, now my style is kind of like it can be a bit of anything,
Yeah.
but I like something fitted with something oversized.
Mm.
Like nights out and stuff, I wouldn't be like a slinky girl or like
Oh yeah. No.
like I tend to stay away from like midi dresses and stuff because they make me look a lot smaller.
Yeah.
I think I kind of just know now like what suits me and like what to
Mm.
go for. But like you should see the amount of blazers I have in my wardrobe.
I always think of you whenever I think of
Like
a blazer.
it's ridiculous, and I still buying away at them. I just love a blazer, and like I just like if I think of my style, I'm just like it's just a blazer.
It's just blazer.
Yeah,
Like you can just be encapsulated
yeah,
in like
and I could wear
blazer.
anything. I could wear like it with a t-shirt and jeans, an oversized jumper,
Yeah.
like leggings, trousers.
Well, that's it. Like I find them to be just so versatile. Like you
Yeah,
can wear them on a night out, or you can wear them down to Aldi.
yeah,
You know,
I know.
literally just wear them absolutely anywhere.
Yeah,
Because I think as well, a lot of people like find dressing themselves like quite stressful,
yeah.
and like I can as well. Like what I was saying earlier about, you know, if there's just a last minute night and you're like looking around for something and you're like, oh my god, I don't know what. Like, do you ever find that? Do you ever get stressed at all?
Not really.
Yeah.
But like even like the past like 2 years,
You've got your notes.
because I have my notes exactly. But no, I would always pick my outfit the night before,
Right.
so like I wouldn't even have to think about it,
Yeah.
and
You
like
just get up and
that
go.
was key for me.
Mm.
Like because getting up early in the morning, I'm not a morning person at all. So like I can't even think. So I'd always have it like laid out the night before, and
Right.
it just makes it so much easier.
Yeah. Makes all the difference to you,
All the
like.
difference, yeah.
And then for nights out and stuff, like, do you
Nights out, it could just be anything.
you don't care?
I
Like,
don't
you
really,
just
yeah.
do you put much
Unless I
emphasis
have
on it?
like something like a birthday or
Yeah.
you know something that's been planned for like a couple of weeks,
Mm.
and like I want to look really nice, and I will like plan it properly.
Yeah.
But like most nights, I just grab something from my wardrobe that I already have.
You just grab whatever
Yeah,
and go.
yeah,
Yeah. Very laid back. I love
yeah.
that. I love that because I think like we can definitely get like as girls like get so stressed
I
out over
know.
what we're gonna wear, and then like by the time you end up going out, like you don't give a shit.
You don't care.
You actually don't care.
No.
Like, you know, I love that. I love that. Like
I
laid
used
back
to be
approach.
like the type of person that I'd get an outfit, wear it once, and I'd be like, okay, I can't wear that out again.
Oh yeah.
Whereas now I'm like, I don't really care.
I feel
And I've
like
kind
them
of
days are gone.
stopped. I would be like awful for like buying something and knowing that I'd only wear it that one time. Whereas now I won't like buy something unless I know I'm gonna like get at least like 5-6 wears out of it. I
Yeah,
think that's a game changer. Like you
definitely.
just end up with so much random shit in your wardrobe.
Well, that probably like is a big reason as to why you don't stress then
Yeah,
when you're going and picking a night out outfit, because
yeah,
like if you have a wardrobe full of wear once dresses,
yeah,
then you're gonna be like, I fuck all to
yeah.
wear. But
Because
like,
now I did do that at Christmas. I bought like sequins dresses, like
yeah,
puffy sleeves, bows. I think I got like 4 or 5 dresses that I wore once,
yeah,
and sure,
that's
like I'm
enough.
never gonna wear them again. So I was like, okay,
I
Erin,
find a dress.
New Year's resolution, stop doing that.
Yeah,
And I kind of have. It's like made me realize that like it's so stupid,
I
such a waste of
know.
money.
No, it really is.
And like especially when I'm so
Dresses.
small, I can't even give them to my sisters or like anyone
Yeah.
to take off me
Listen,
unless I go to Depop. But that's an effort,
as we've established,
as we've established.
Depop is a
Exactly.
bit of a headache.
I know.
Oh, God. So, you were talking about traveling.
Hmm.
Where did you go? What did you do?
So went over to Southeast Asia.
Go ahead.
Did 2 months in Indonesia, a
Nice.
month in Laos, went to Cambodia. It was amazing.
Dream.
Like,
The dream. Did
yeah,
you have the best time?
the best time.
What did you love about it?
just everything, just like the simplicity of life, like getting up, like you're not worrying about what you're wearing because it's just so hot, so you put on very little. Like every day I was putting on like wee cami tops and like shorts, sleek back bun every day because
all
the
day,
heat,
every day,
like
using the
I
sweat.
don't think I wore my hair down once like for longer than an hour because we just stick to your back.
Yeah, no
like
needs.
horrible.
Yeah.
So cheap.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, especially coming back to Dublin, I was like, Jesus,
What are we doing?
like bought a pint, it was like €7 and we were getting like bottles of beer for like 20 cents. Oh, it's just so nice. The people, like, it's just so different. It's a completely different world.
Yeah, really nice.
I feel like if you haven't been, like, you should even just go for like 2-3 weeks just to explore it because it's amazing, like absolutely beautiful. Have you been to Asia?
I've been to a few places in Asia. We went to Thailand and Bali before we went to Australia, so like on the way.
Fab.
And we then went to the Philippines another time, which I love.
Yeah, it looks stunning.
And you have Fiona over there now.
I know.
And they actually done that Kawasan Falls.
Yeah, it looks
thing
unreal.
That was up there with one of the funniest experiences that I've ever had ever. Like, absolutely hilarious. We all came out with black and blue because like you're jumping off it's Kawasan Falls for anybody that doesn't know, in the Philippines, and you're like jumping off these like big cliffs into the water and stuff. Now, like, I wouldn't be great with the water.
Yeah.
Not great.
Yeah.
Not ideal. But they were like, okay, so jump off. This was the first one. Now they get like progressively higher as you go on. Like this was the baby.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, like just do a little run up and then make sure that you put your feet like straight so that you're like a pencil going down.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Well, I came down at an angle, didn't I? Smacked the back of my legs off the water. Well, I was black and blue, like bruises from the bottom of my arse to the backs of my legs, and
oh my god,
it was like just getting the worst rasher. You know, someone gives you a rasher.
Yeah,
it was horrible, the pain, and I had bruises all over my legs.
Yeah.
And that was just the short one. So Steve was like, "I don't think you should do any of the other ones." I was like,
oh my gosh,
I won't do it. But what was it like? Like, firstly, having to pack for a trip like that, but like,
oh
also,
my god, see me trying to pack my life into a tiny backpack. Like, my whole family were stressed for me. They were like, Erin, we don't know how you're going to cope wearing the same outfits. I was like, but it was actually grand.
Was it
like
right?
The thought of it before we left, I was like, how am I going to cope? But you're just in like such a bubble of like loving life that you really don't care what you look like.
Yeah.
And
like
but like
said,
packing cubes, like game changer.
I actually got them when we were going to Ibiza that time. Unreal.
Oh my god, they're so good. See, even just for like keeping everything separate.
Yeah.
Like, so good.
Deadly.
But like I was able to fit loads in. Like, I think I still brought like 20 tops, like 10 to 15 pairs of shorts.
No way.
Couple pairs of trousers, few dresses, but like you just end up wearing the same thing
because they're real light, like,
so light. You just want like and then half the stuff gets wrecked when you put it for a wash anyway. It comes back like yellow or black. So I was just like, oh, I just give up. I was like, I don't care what I look like anymore.
Did that actually happen? Did the clothes get wrecked?
Yeah.
Oh.
You'd send them for like a wash and they come back completely different color, like destroyed. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I know.
If they're paying people, being like,
I know. Now you're paying them like €1 for like a kilo of washing, so you can't really. You're like, you can't have your expectations too high.
Oh gosh.
But like, whenever I went, I didn't bring any like skincare, hair care.
Yeah.
I brought like a concealer, a mascara, a lip gloss. Like, didn't bring, because you're just too hot to wear makeup or anything. So like, you really don't care what you look like.
I know, and you have like gorgeous skin and everything. So like,
God,
it's not as if you need it.
I think because I get a tan as well, it helps. Because I feel like if you're tan, like, you don't really.
Oh yeah. Like, you don't really need it. I was looking back at your pictures of when you were traveling. Like, gorgeous, by the way. Like, your whole Instagram feed is just so gorgeous, so pretty. But like, I was so jealous of your tan.
I know.
It's like, oh my god.
I do. No, I have to say, I'm a sun worshipper.
Yeah.
Like, I will go out and just lie for hours and bake. Like, I love it.
If you sat out in the sun, would you like just pick up a tan like that, or is it because you sit there?
Oh no, I'd get a tan really easily anyway.
Yeah. But
no, I think it's probably a bad thing though, because I got like a really bad sunburn whenever I was 16. Like, I mean, 3rd-degree burns in me, like really, really, really bad.
Oh God. How
Like
did
my
that happen?
nephew at the time, like he couldn't even look at me because I was so, like, my lips blew up, like my whole chest, my face, like there was scabs on me for like 3 weeks.
Oh,
It
oh
was awful. How did it happen?
yeah.
I put baby oil on my skin. I know,
Oh my
I
God.
know.
What
No,
the
I
fuck?
was like 16 at the
No,
time,
in
so I
fairness,
had
I did
no
as well.
sense.
Yeah.
Went to the beach, baby oil, yeah, grand. So I was so burnt the first day, and then the second day went back to the beach and got burnt on top of the burn. Like, how stupid could you be? But like, I haven't got burnt since. Like, it taught me such a valuable
Yeah.
lesson. But I think that my skin's like so sensitive to the sun now that I just tan
Right.
like really quickly.
You probably just like
So it's
burned a
probably
layer of
so
your skin
bad. I'm
off.
like, yeah, I look fab, but I'm probably gonna have the worst skin when I'm like 60.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh my God. So
I
like,
know.
are we talking like proper like scabbed up everywhere and
Oh,
everything? Like,
everywhere. Like from
Jesus.
head to toe.
Did you have to go to the hospital or
It was
anything?
awful. I didn't have to go to the hospital, no. I probably should have, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying every hack under the sun, like
The
cabbage, like
yogurt.
the yogurt,
Yeah.
cabbage.
Cabbage.
You put like frozen cabbage on you, it like cools the skin.
Oh, stop.
What else?
Imagine the smell.
One of my friends actually told me, I like put up like an Instagram or something, and I was like, has anyone got any like hacks on like how to like get rid of sunburn quickly? And one of the boys wrote to me, and he was like, if you put like if you whisk up an egg yolk and put it on your skin, he was taking the piss out of me. So
Don't
there
tell me
I was trying everything. So I whisked it up, put it on my skin. It completely like curdled, and like it just stuck to the burn. So then I just had like smelly egg yolk on me that I couldn't get anyone to touch because I was too sore. It was awful in me.
So you obviously can't even like shower it off or
And he,
anything. So
yeah,
it's
and he
just
was like, I was like, this does not work. And he was like, tell me you didn't put egg on yet. And I was like, I will try anything, like for a bit of pain relief. Oh,
so
it was
between the yogurt,
awful.
the cabbage, and the egg,
Yeah,
like,
I know.
stinking.
I know, stinking. And like I literally couldn't wash it off because I was just so sore. Oh, it was
So that's
horrible.
a valuable lesson.
Taught me a very valuable lesson.
So factor 50, like
Factor
every
50
day.
all the way.
Now tell me this, right? Because I feel like I'm shy at this. Do you wear 50 on your face every day?
No, I'm not
I
going to
don't
lie and
either.
say that I do.
No, I'm so bad. Like,
I know you
don't.
should, but like I rarely, like especially all during winter, I don't wear any SPF.
No, I never do.
No, when we were away, I did put it on
Oh
my
yeah,
face every day
yeah,
because I was like, I don't want
no,
wrinkles and stuff down the line.
yeah. Now when
Um,
I'm away, like if I'm in a semi-sunny country, like even if I'm even like in Ireland in the summer, I'll put it on.
yeah,
But like it's just
I
not
feel like
sunny
you
here.
get a tan as well, though. Don't like,
I do get a bit of a
yeah,
tan. Now
yeah.
I'll have to walk for it.
Okay,
That's the difference. I wouldn't just look at the sun
okay,
and get a tan. I do have to walk for it.
yeah. Build
Sitting
up a
out like
base,
a
like.
rotisserie chicken, like just
I
turning
know,
every
turning
half an hour.
around. I know.
But I'm also like I can't sit easy as
Yeah.
well. So like
See, I love it.
see my
Like
problem.
I'm just so relaxed sitting in the sun. I could sit
Yeah.
for hours and hours.
Yeah, I
Not
need to
even
have
like reading a book or listening to a podcast, just sitting there,
just sitting there,
loving
just
life.
loving yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone was like, you probably wouldn't love it as much if you didn't get the colour.
Well,
But I was
yeah.
like, I don't know. But
Well, that's
that's
the
probably
thing.
true.
That's why you sit in the sun is to get a colour.
But see, even like just not having to worry about like makeup and stuff in the summer because your skin's so tan, I love it.
I hate makeup.
And I love a glowy, like dewy look.
Mm.
I wouldn't be one for like a matte, cakey.
Yeah.
So like even just in the summer with like a moisturizer with a glow, love it. Yeah.
Gorge. That actually brings me very nicely onto the next thing that I was going to ask you. So I feel like your whole thing is just like that fresh, gorgeous makeup look that you always have. Like I just always think of you, and I think like you just said, dewy skin, like and just like real fresh. Like
Yeah.
like you said, you never wear like too much makeup, but it just always looks so stunning.
Yeah.
Like, what are your makeup tips for like that gorgeous, glowy look?
Makeup tips would be like, it's so funny because it's completely changed over the years as well. Like I used to be such a matte girl. I'd wear like MAC Studio Fix, like the thickest foundation you can get.
Wallpaper
And
based.
like it was so orange, like it was so obviously not the right shade for me, but I loved it. Whereas like now all I wear on my skin is Flawless Filter. I'd
Right.
use that as my foundation and then kind of just build it up with concealer.
Fab.
But like I have the same makeup routine. It takes me literally 15 minutes to get ready because it's just the same.
You're so
And I
used to
think
it.
because I found like the right one for me, I'm like, what's the point in changing it?
Yeah. 100%.
So it's basically just all Charlotte Tilbury and Sculpted by Amy.
I haven't tried Sculpted by
Oh
Amy.
my god, her makeup's amazing.
I need to try.
Like it's right up there with Charlotte Tilbury, like as good as that.
Really?
Yeah.
What is so good about a new time?
Just the quality of it. Like if I was blindfolded and someone put a full face of Sculpted, like and was like, yeah, this is all Charlotte Tilbury, I'd be like, yeah, well believe it.
Right.
Like so good.
And is it like similar type of products? Because like Charlotte Tilbury's
Kind of, yeah.
and
Very like glowy,
Yeah.
dewy. Like, but she has a selection as well of like matte stuff.
Oh,
But I just love her stuff, and even I only bought her powder there recently. It is amazing. Yeah.
oh god.
So
I
like
need
if
to get
people
a
have
few
oily
bits.
skin, it literally doesn't budge your makeup all day.
That's amazing.
It's so good. But yeah, for me, I just think less is better. So like I'd stick to like maybe like 3 or 4 products like on the skin. So like the Flawless Filter, then concealer, maybe a bit of what's it, contour. I was like, what's that word again? Bit of contour, and that would kind of be it.
Yeah.
And then like always a brown eyeliner for me.
I love a brown eyeliner.
Love it. I think it's so much softer than a black flick.
Yeah. And do you know, I think I'm going to convert to a brown mascara as well.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I want to.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, especially now because my skin is so pale in the winter, I feel like it's just very harsh looking.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I could do with the brown.
Yeah. I actually don't. I wouldn't be one for wearing too much mascara.
No.
I think like I have long eyelashes, so whenever I put it on, I literally just feel like I have like 2 spiders on my eyes. Especially if I put it on the bottom and the top. I'm like, I just look so weird.
I haven't put bottom mascara on for like years.
No, it's not a vibe.
Oh, I don't like it. No, I love it on some other people. Like some of my friends do bottom mascara and it looks stunning on them.
I think if you don't have long lashes, that it can look nice, but like do you know, if you have these big like long things hanging out of you, no, not for me.
So like natural, fresh, dewy, glowy is
and like good quality makeup as well. I think it's just so much because like just I used to wear like really cheap makeup and I'd be like, oh, be grand, but like it does make a difference in your skin in terms of like giving you spots or like even like just drying your skin out.
Paid a bit extra.
And then it lasts so much longer as well.
I don't know why when you said there cheap makeup, because it wasn't even cheap, but like remember the days when we used to wear like Elizabeth Arden? Remember that?
I know.
Remember
that
thing?
Do you remember the Max Factor? I think was it Max Factor? The pan stick. Like
that should have been illegal.
Or I was trying to think of like all the like beauty trends back when we were young.
I know.
And like it was all
terrible.
Is it Miss Sporty?
Oh,
do you remember that? And it was like in Boots, and it was like these bright color shimmer eyeshadows you could get, be like bright blue, pink, and green.
Oh, horrendous! I remember having blue mascara
and the foundation lips.
Oh,
like horrible.
What were we doing?
I know.
The Elizabeth Arden, that was the funniest, and you had like the sponge, and you literally be like scooping it out. It was that
so thick and cakey.
Oh, or what was that one in the little pot? The Dream Matte Mousse.
Oh yeah, I actually loved that. I thought that was so good.
Why was it mousse?
I know.
What was the
I don't know.
Like what was the
and like you'd only get like 5 or 6 uses out of it because it's a mousse, so you need to use loads.
And it was just pure air in the little pot.
I know. I do. I have to say I did love that back in the day.
That was really fun.
I feel like it's so different now though. Like because looking back to when we were that age. Like we hadn't a clue about makeup or anything, but like now 16-year-olds look older than me.
Like 16-year-olds get their makeup done. To go out.
Like we went out on Saturday and was walking into a bar. I'm 27, and the bouncer. So I was with like Laura and Ali and Eva, who are all like 20, 27, 28. And we were walking in, and he stopped and he was like, "ID ladies." And Laura kind of looked at him and was like, "Okay." And he just looked at me. He goes, "Your ID." And I gave it to him. He was like, "What age are you?" I was like 27. He was like, "No." He was like, "Oh my God." He was like, "It must be brilliant makeup that you're using." I was like, oh, it was so funny.
Oh my God. You do have such a baby face.
Such a baby face. I get stopped everywhere. Like I get pulled out of a crowd being like, "Yep, ID." I'm like, I'm
Oh my
27.
god, I swear I'm
I
27.
know.
That's
It's always
hilarious.
been the way.
Last thing that I'm gonna ask you. So
Okay.
you mentioned earlier on about your Instagram and all of that type of thing. What's the goal with the Instagram? Do you want to look and do like try and do that a bit more, or what would you like to
I
do?
think I'm not like going to put too much pressure on myself
Mm,
and like try and get that to be the goal, but I would love it.
would you?
Like if that happened, I'd be like the happiest person in the world.
Made it.
I think I'd still do like the teaching and do like Instagram on the side.
Right.
But like if I could do it full time, and like I would in a heartbeat.
The dream.
I just love doing it, and like it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, love
Nice.
it.
Nice. There's obviously like a bit of work to do to get to that point, but as you said, like I feel like if you put too much pressure on it,
Yeah,
then it just starts being
yeah.
false.
I
It's
feel
not
yeah,
genuine.
exactly. Like I feel like the more natural you are, and the more like realistic you are,
Mm,
people actually like that more than like if you're like putting up like fake stuff.
yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Like showing the real side of it.
exactly. Yeah,
Like your 800 ASOS order that was just shite.
I know.
Half of it has to go back.
I know. I know.
That's the reality. Like
Yeah,
we live in a world where half of the shit we buy we
yeah.
don't even like
Well, I
or
think
wear.
like there's also like so it's so time consuming Instagram. Like, see,
Mm,
making reels and stuff, like you don't realize
yeah,
the time that goes into it,
I
and then it
know.
takes because like you're scrolling and like you look at a reel that's like 15 seconds long,
Yeah.
but like it could take maybe 2 hours to make that.
No.
It's mad.
It's crazy. I helped Ashling Cabinet out with a
Oh
reel.
yeah, that was so cool. The Dundrum one,
Come here,
I
like
loved it.
hats off to the girls, to Ashling and Roisin, because the amount of effort that they put into those
Yeah,
reels is absolutely crazy. And I would have always just seen the reels and been like, oh my god, that's so cool and all.
yeah,
But actually seeing how long it took about 4 hours
yeah.
and the clip was 20 seconds, I
I
was like,
know. I
wow,
know.
okay.
That's it. Like, unless you're doing like bits yourself, you don't realize how long it
Yeah,
actually takes.
I know.
And then
It's
people are
really
like
amazing.
so quick to like judge influencers and stuff, being
Yeah.
like, how is that their job? Like taking
Like
one
that's so
picture,
easy. Yeah.
and like they probably took 2,000 pictures to get that one shot, and like they put so much into it.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the reels and like editing and stuff. And I'm out here just being so lazy, just like taking out one single clip of
I
the
know.
podcast and putting it up. And like that's literally all I do. And then I'm like, oh,
I
okay.
know.
And
Love
then there's
that.
people out here doing like all these transitions and everything. I'm like, wow, okay. You're
Yeah.
really going for it.
I
Yeah,
know.
I can't be doing that. So yeah, the Instagram is obviously View, as
Thank you
always.
so much.
Keep it up because absolutely love seeing your content. Love your outfits. Tell the people where they can find you, what your handle is.
It's literally just Erin McGeever.
Nice.
I'm on TikTok and Instagram, but
Nice.
I'm kind of only new to TikTok.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, TikTok's where it's at.
I know TikTok does seem to it, but like I have to say, I'm a complete novice
Yeah,
with TikTok.
yeah.
Really.
Now I haven't been putting as much effort into TikTok because I feel like it's more casual than Instagram,
Yeah.
and it's like not as glam.
Yeah.
Whereas like Instagram, you want your feed to look like beautiful and perfect. Whereas
Yeah.
Instagram, it's just it
Yeah.
can be anything. Like
It's just like you can be rambling like
yeah, yeah,
talking to the camera for about 5 minutes and like
yeah.
nobody gives a
I
shit.
know, like I'd be flat out like editing my Instagram reels for like ages and stuff, and then I just throw up the TikTok as it is. Like I don't care. Like my 6-year-old niece kicking me in the face, I'm like, yep, TikTok. Whereas like
Honestly,
if that was
that's
on
hilarious.
Instagram, I'd be like, oh my god, I can't let Bran see that.
Oh, that's unreal. Well, thank
I
you
know.
so much for your
Thank you so
time.
much for
Because
having
look,
me.
I
You're
really
so good.
appreciate it. Thank you so
No
much.
problem at
I'll leave
all.
it there.